She has been recognized as Woman of Strength by the National Conference on Women Leadership 2018, Miss Laxmi Sowjanya Kintada.
Where the challenge was initially I outsourced the whole development to a company.
As AI continues to reshape industries like healthcare, banking, and telecom, what inspired the creation?
Learning is the only constant, I guess.
If you could teleport to any place in the world right now for lunch, where would you go?
You need to have a direct impact. They need to be a problem solving, and the customer needs to see that impact.
Hello everyone and welcome back to FaceTime with Leaders powered by Directors Institute World Council of Directors. I'm your host Tanayol and today we are diving into entrepreneurship, innovation and what it really takes to build businesses that leave a mark. Our guest today is none other than Miss Laxmi Sowjanya Kintada. With over 15 years of experience, she has been at the forefront of innovation, leveraging technology to tackle complex challenges across industries. She later co-founded SyncMinds Technologies, a trusted global partner for startups and enterprises built on her vision of quality and transparency. Under her leadership, SyncMinds was honored as Company of the Year 2022 by CEO Magazine. Beyond that, she has been recognized as Woman of Strength by the National Conference on Women Leadership 2018 and most recently featured in Hindustan Times on Women's Entrepreneurship Day 2023. Please join me in welcoming the inspiring entrepreneur and leader, Miss Lakshmi, to our podcast. Ma'am, we're really excited to have you with us today.
Thank you, Tanay. Thanks for the warm welcome. I'm really honored to be here today, and I'm really looking forward to our conversation.
Likewise, ma'am. Ma'am, your journey spans so many roles like developer, consultant, entrepreneur, and leader. But behind every impressive LinkedIn profile, there's a real story filled with twists, doubts, and bad choices, maybe, or bold ones. Can you take us right back at the beginning of how those initial choices led to where you are today?
Okay. I guess this will remind me of all the roller coaster rides I have taken. So, yeah. This entrepreneurial, being an entrepreneur or getting onto this entrepreneurial journey, it's just not, it has come over suddenly to me or occurred to me one day. It was always there. I had my plan laid out, I'll do my bachelor's, do my MS in US, and then join a startup, learn the ropes, and then start something eventually of my own. But God has other plans. I had to stay back in India after my bachelor's, take up a job, and but eventually I had the opportunity to work in US. So that is where I worked with global leaders and learned a lot on how to run a startup and what skills are needed. And then, in 2014, I moved back to India to start with my journey. And there was the biggest challenge is my daughter was 10 months old at that point. So I was just starting two journeys, that I have no idea about. One was the business and one was the motherhood, like absolutely no clue. And then, there were all the twists and turns and everything. We launched our product in 2018. And initially, it was an IoT device that we came up with. But during the COVID, we have to shut down that product. And there was, lot of effort and money went into that. And that was a major setback in my career that I have to shelf a project which I have worked, which I have poured my heart into. And then we moved into IT services. So we helping enterprises in utility telecom domain. We have giving project delivery and staffing services as well. And I'm a kind of a person who doesn't you know stays on the bed of roses for a long time. I need to challenge myself. So eventually, I went up to, I was very much interested in the aesthetic department. So I teamed up with doctors and started a hair and skin clinic. And then being a fitness freak, and I've been, I am a yoga practitioner. So I started in yoga retreat. So these were all my, part of my journey, that each of them started collecting. And then uh, what else? Hmm. Yeah, I think that is it. That is how it started, and that is how. So I can tell you that definitely it's not a romantic movie. It's not. It's
It's a
not less
thriller.
than. Yeah, definitely thriller. Nothing less than a James Bond movie.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
which, yeah,
eventually, what matters is, how you navigate through these challenges and
true.
get your vision and stay focused and consistent.
Very true, ma'am. Ma'am, let's fast forward to 2014 when you co-founded SyncMinds Technologies. Starting a company in the tech space is no small feat. It's crowded, it's competitive, and honestly, the rules seem to change every 6 months. So, when you first started SyncMinds, what were those early days like, and what were some of the toughest calls you had to make to set the foundation of the company's culture and future?
I thought I just got on a roller coaster ride and you're just putting me back on. So yeah, 2014. Yeah, the startups were all buzzing. Even in Telangana, the government came up with T-hubs to support startups, and everywhere there was like everybody is starting something new, trying. Every week we hear of some product is getting launched or something. So at that point, I was very eager to launch my product, and that is when VLSEs. But where the challenge was initially, I outsourced the whole development to a company. So to an IT company, like to a development company, and then. After 6 months of wasting my money and my time, they haven't delivered anything. That is when I have to hire a team, restart again, and then we scrapped all the code, what they have been delivered, because it was of no use. So that was a learning experience for me, where I in the early days itself I understood, integrity and transparency and a team is very much needed for success, for a business success, very much needed. So we
Correct.
started developing this team, and the core team, we used to always encourage them to have those values intact, that we are not delivering something which is not right. And I think that continued throughout the journey. The early learnings, we still hold on to them. And it was not less short of learnings throughout the years. Like when at the aesthetic clinic was a new division to me. I learned a lot when I entered into that, and learned my lessons as well. Like, even though having a decade old of experience, it doesn't matter. So we still have new learnings. Learning is the only constant, I guess.
Yeah.
So yeah, so we navigated through those challenges, but the early days, whatever the lessons we have learned, they are the core mission and the values that Sync Minds holds now.
Yeah, because I think whenever you start something new, there is so much that comes up new, which makes you learn about the business.
Yeah.
Ma'am, as AI continues to reshape industries like healthcare, banking, and telecom, what inspired the creation of Infuse AI, and how do you see it transforming the way businesses solve the biggest challenges over the next few years?
So yeah, thanks for bringing up Infuse AI. That's a new product we are working on right now. That's an AI product, and Infuse AI, it came when this is thought after witnessing how these domains, these healthcare, utility, telecom, these are huge domains, and they have huge amount of data. So while we are witnessing that this huge amount of data is not processed well, so we wanted to bring in AI, which is just doesn't do analytics, but also help in a strategic decision of how the data has to be processed. So that is where Infuse AI comes into place. And what we thought about Infuse AI is how it will solve the business challenges, whether it is data migration or it is customer experience or the data efficiency or solving huge data big data problems. So it's like a complete framework where it's just not solving the errors or anything, but it is also helping the efficiency and also helping in the strategic human decisions as well. Because it also has the ability to identify something which becomes critical even before it becomes critical. So yeah, so we are really looking forward to Infuse AI.
Yeah, and that is the future in the
Yes,
next few coming up years.
yes, definitely.
Ma'am, you've built solutions to sectors like healthcare, banking, telecom, and utilities, which are all high stakes spaces. How do you make sure that technology you deliver isn't just about ticking technical boxes, but actually changes the way your clients do business and serve their customers?
Yeah. Um, that's a good question, Tanay. See, whatever these domains are, the utilities, telecom, healthcare, these are like the biggest domains, like the huge domains where there is too much happening. So every week there's something new and too much is happening in these domains. And while working, just ticking the technical boxes doesn't work at all. You need to have a direct impact. They need to be a problem solving, and the customer needs to see that impact. So, if we take the example of our new product, Infuse AI, so it's just not, we are handling the data, giving the analytics to the client. It's not that. It's not just ticking the technical boxes. It is actually processing the data, solving the problem, and when the client, the risks, whatever the operational risks are there, even predicting them even before it becomes critical in the industry. So I think that's what makes the difference when you're building any product.
The problem that you're actually rather solving.
Yes.
Okay, ma'am. Now let's move on to our very own rapid fire round. Uh, this is a round where we have a few questions, and the only thing I request from you is quick answers, one word or one sentence. So, are we ready?
Yeah.
Lovely. First thing you do when you wake up before you even touch your phone.
Say my affirmation for the day.
Lovely. If you could teleport to any place in the world right now for lunch, where would you go?
Paris.
Okay. A food you absolutely cannot resist no matter what.
Any seafood.
Which movie or TV show instantly lifts your mood like comfort food for the soul?
There are many, like The Intern, The Devil Wears Prada,
Right.
and shows The Big Bang Theory. Yeah, anytime.
One totally random skill you have that most people don't know about.
More, you'll not find me in the kitchen too much, but I cook really well.
Okay. If you had to delete every app on your phone and just keep one, which one survives?
This is silly, but Instagram.
What's a song you secretly play on repeat when no one's around?
Okay, there's a old Telugu song. It's called O Cheliyana Priya Sakya, so it's always on the loop.
Okay. If you could trade lives with a fictional character for one day, who would it be?
Okay, interesting. Maybe it would be Daenerys Targaryen from Game of Thrones.
Lovely, lovely. I think that gets us to the end of our rapid fire, ma'am. Thank you so much. I think you were lovely.
Thank you.
Okay, now getting back to the slightly serious stuff. Ma'am, today's scams are getting really sophisticated, right? We see cases where fraudsters pose at legitimate tech support, convincing someone to install remote access like AnyDesk or TeamViewer, and before you know it, sensitive data or even money is gone. And then there are phishing attacks, which are fake emails or websites that look exactly like a trusted client or vendor, tricking teams into sharing passwords or processing payments. Since SyncMinds works with sectors like banking and healthcare where trust is everything, how do you stay ahead of these threats and make sure both your teams and your clients are truly protected?
You're right. Scams today are not just those phishing attacks or antivirus. They have become more sophisticated, and you cannot avoid someone or to stop. We can't stop them from clicking a phishing email or anything. So what SyncMinds does is we have periodical trainings for our resources where we update them on whatever we get to know of what is the upcoming attacks or the security attacks and how they should be aligned with the security policies while using. And when they use this screen sharing apps also like Ultra Viewer and Team Viewer something, AnyDesk, I mean, it's very critical, and we usually ask the employees to avoid that, and there are some security protocols that are installed that they avoid the employees to use those. And also we come up with the awareness and the training programs, and also the zero it's a type of the zero trust architecture where everything is under radar. So yeah, these are few of the things that we put in place.
Yeah, because it is very important these days with the amount of fraud that is happening.
Yes, yes, definitely.
Miss Lakshmi, you recently have been engaging with Directors Institute, which is all about strengthening boardroom excellence and modern governance. We would love to know what inspired you to get involved with the Institute and how has that experience shaped the way you think about governance and leadership today?
Yeah. So this is even though I have a lot of experience in this being an entrepreneur, I was working only closely with the partnership firms. So where these governance and everything are not as formal or as strictly as in the larger organizations. So that is where that is when I was looking to get my hands dirty on learning this governance policies, and how what things need to be considered in taking a strategic decision and in scaling up a business. So I was really looking forward it, and that is when I came across Directors Institute. And when I went through what Director Institutes offer, it's like the decision was very easy. So that is what I have been looking for. And right now, till now, the whatever the experience I had with Directors Institute, it's like I felt like this I'm in the right place and learning from the skill, learning from the leaders. And definitely, I'm thinking Directors Institute will help me, to move on to the larger organizations and to work closely with one of the uh, good board members, knowledgeable ones. Yeah.
Lovely, ma'am. Thank you so much for those kind words and for joining us today. From your early days as a developer to building SyncMinds into a trusted name across industries like healthcare, banking, and telecom, your journey has been nothing short of inspiring. And what really stood out today for me is how you balance technology and humanity, proving that innovation isn't just about writing code, it's about solving real problems and building trust at every step. So, thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Tanay. This really gave me an opportunity, to give my perspective on what I'm thinking and how it has been my journey. Thank you so much.
Most welcome, ma'am. Our pleasure. To our listeners, I hope this conversation leaves you with a powerful reminder that great leaders don't just lead companies, they create culture where integrity, transparency, and purpose thrives. This has been FaceTime with Leaders, powered by Directors Institute, World Council of Directors. I'm Tanay All, and until next time, keep learning, keep leading with purpose, and of course, have fun in your journey. Thank you so much.